Now, if you roast all the way through rolling crack, you'll see the oils in the roaster.
That's right. Gotta wash that real quick.
Yeah. So we're here to begin a conversation about bad church coffee, or better yet, how to make bad church coffee good. So, hello, we are here at Northeastern Seminary in the middle of the day, and we've got a conversation going about how to end the scourge of church coffee. Anybody had church coffee out there? You know it's not the best coffee. And so I have some friends here with me who really care about good coffee. So here to my left, I have Pastor G, who's the campus pastor at Roberts Wesleyan College. And here I have Matt Davis. Matt Davis is systems librarian at Roberts Wesleyan College, and he's also the theological librarian for Northeastern Seminary, where I also serve as vice president and dean. When I think about making a cup of coffee, I'm going to think about where do these beans come from and why they're important. You said you have a source for green coffee. What was that again?
GreenCoffeeBuyingClub.com. It's just kind of a forum.
Yeah, so I go to Sweet Maria's.
Yeah, that's my next goal.
You know the farm it came from. You know that it's organic. You know that it's fair trade, justly grown coffee. And you know, you can buy a coffee right now online that when they sell out of that, you won't be able to buy it again. It's helping people across the globe, and it's a just coffee. My point of view, I want to have a sense of the origin of this coffee. I don't want it to have been coffee that is bought on the backs of somebody else and it's oppressing people. And I know that that's not going to actually change the coffee itself, but it's going to change my willingness to participate in this coffee.
So the next thing I think about making a good cup of coffee is the roast. I get my green beans online.
Some green here.
Yeah, some green beans. Great. I get them and I have a little tiny roaster. It takes about 3 minutes from turn on the switch to turn off the switch of the heat. Once the first crack has kind of gone through a rolling crack, kind of more like popcorn, I don't get to the Rice Krispies second crack.
Right.
I turn it off and it cools it, and then I dump them into a little metal colander to dry them.
Right.
Nice. Dry them.
As Matt's going ahead and making that coffee, the reason for that is that if you roast it all the way through second crack into a rolling second crack, you're really going to get into a Vienna or a French roast. And some people would basically say that that takes away most of the flavor tones of the bean.
From what I've learned, the medium and the light roast are actually stronger than the darker roast.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're burning more of the caffeine molecule out of.
I roast to a kind of a medium to dark. I try not to get all the way up to a French or anything. You can see that my beans are a little bit darker than Matt's beans here. I don't know if that mine's kind of a full city plus, and yours is more of a little bit lighter roast. And yours probably look more like his.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So before you brew this coffee, you've got to decide how you're going to grind it.
Grinding coffee is really important. I have a hand grinder here, and it has ceramic burrs, which are little round balls that grind the coffee evenly. Most of the loud little grinders that I have, used for camping sometimes, is a little blade grinder, and it's these little knives that kind of chop or cut up the bean unevenly, versus a burr grinder that will crunch it in an even grind.
The next thing you want to think about is the temperature of the water as you boil it.
I do 200 degrees of water, which is fairly standard, but that does change the taste.
And so 185 to 200 really gets the better flavor out of the coffee.
Yep. Yeah, and some coffee makers, the whole coffee Scourge, they're literally scourging 210, like almost boiling water going over. Some can be programmed that high.
He has this neat gadget here.
You're going to get one, aren't you?
I've got to make
He's
that
going to
work.
be online today.
I haven't been as precise, but yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
The chemicals in the water are what actually gives the coffee its flavor. That's why a cup made at your house and a cup made at my house in the same bean, same ratio, is going to taste a little bit different. Okay. The next thing you've got to think about is how you're going to brew this coffee.
Now, you just did what I call a bloom. You let the coffee bloom, right? Yeah. Now, why is that important?
For my understanding, it releases some of the carbon dioxide, letting some of the taste of the carbon dioxide out.
I went on a particular diet where I abstained from sugar. And so when I started to drink coffee without having any sugar or anything added, for the first time I could taste the notes in coffee.
Sure, yeah.
And so that got me to say, wait a minute, there really is a difference.
Yeah. So we're going to drink some of that?
Let's do it.
Oh, thank you. Let's see how you did. That's good. Ooh, that is good.
Oh, that's very good.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
Let's just have a moment here.
Yeah,
This is good.
So when brewing coffee, the other thing that you must pay attention to is the equipment you use. That's what makes it work. And so we've got some stuff here.
Yeah.
When I do my pour over, I use a Hario V60, and we've already heard that you use
Yeah, I'm sorry.
the automatic auto drip.
Yeah, a Breville.
No, it's good though.
Yeah, good auto drip. Yeah, for a very small cup or espresso, you can use an AeroPress, and there are different methods for this. This is great for camping because it's very compact and convenient.
Yeah.
And then there's the classic French press,
right? With a great cup of coffee,
which is also great, and to share.
Which makes it different. The coffee's a different flavor.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a more nutty kind of a round taste. It's just a different flavor.
Yep. More similar to tea, where it's steeping.
But we introduced this as church coffee.
Yeah.
We're cooking coffee for
the masses.
For the masses. How are you going to do that? You can't cook a cup at a time.
This is not going to work. No.
So what are your ideas? I mean, you said you had some ideas.
Yeah, I think getting a quality burr grinder. So getting first starting with where you get the beans.
Yeah.
I think
justly.
some churches have that. And then having good burr grinder so it doesn't come pre-ground, because once it's ground at the store, it's sitting in your not your fridge for a while. Yeah. And then getting a good type of bun, I think, has some different models that have some control of even giving a bloom.
Okay, really?
That will go into a big 2-gallon thermos, if you will, whatever those.
Well, that could work.
Yeah.
If a church is going to do that and get good coffee, justly grown, with decent beans, that's more money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's something that you're thinking about and actually kind of making an investment. I mean, I think that makes a difference, doesn't it? If we can actually have good coffee at church and support a missional cause and support farmers across the globe, and it might be worth actually doing it.
Yeah.
It's worth the investment.
Yeah. That's a one-time investment for the year at least.
And the church people will love it.
Yes.
Happy church.
Go ahead. I'll take a little more.
I've already had a little bit more. So.
I have too. This is really good coffee. Thank you.
It is.
This has been, I don't know that we've solved the full problem, but I think we've made a dent and maybe help people understand some of the good reasons to drink and roast good coffee.